Hey, everybody. How's it going? Have you ever had one of those moments where you walk into a room and someone says something and suddenly your brain screams? Wait! I've lived this exact moment before. Not something similar, but the exact moment. The same exact conversation with the same exact people and even the same feeling. For a split second, it feels like somehow you knew this was all going to happen. It's called deja vu. Nearly 2 out of 3 people will experience it at some point in their lives. But here's the creepy part: scientists still don't exactly know why it happens. Today we're diving into one of the strangest tricks your brain has ever played on you. Hey, I'm Rocket. If you ever experience deja vu, you're definitely not alone. Some people get it once in their lifetime, others experience it several times a year, and almost everyone who has felt it describes it as the same thing. I know this has happened before, but did it? Let's find out. The phrase déjà vu is French for already seen. It's the strange feeling that your current experience is somehow familiar, even though you know it shouldn't be. Maybe you're meeting someone for the first time, yet somehow it feels like you've had this exact same conversation before. The weirdest part: the feeling usually lasts only a few seconds. Then, poof, it's gone, leading you to wondering, what just happened? Over the years, people have come up with some wild explanations. Maybe it's the proof of parallel universes. Maybe you're remembering another timeline. Maybe you're living inside a simulation. Maybe you're seeing the future. Those ideas make for fantastic science fiction, but so far, there is no scientific evidence supporting them. Instead, researchers think the answer is hiding inside one of the most complicated objects in the known universe: your brain. Imagine your brain is a librarian. Every second, it's deciding whether something belongs in the new memory shelf or the already happened shelf. Most of the time, it gets it right, but sometimes, for reasons scientists are still studying, the filing system briefly gets confused. The brain accidentally labels a brand new experience as something you've already lived through. The result? An overwhelming feeling of familiarity, even though the moment is completely new. Here's another fascinating idea: your brain is constantly processing information from your eyes, your ears, your sense of touch, and more. Some researchers think that if one pathway processes information just a tiny fraction of a second faster than the others, your brain might briefly interpret the second signal as a memory. Imagine hearing an echo, except the echo is only milliseconds behind. You don't consciously notice the delay, but your brain does, and suddenly everything feels strangely familiar. Sometimes a place you've never visited reminds your brain of somewhere you have been. Maybe the lighting feels familiar, maybe the layout resembles another building, maybe someone's voice matches a memory from years and years ago. Your brain recognizes pieces of the puzzle even if it can't figure out where they come from. The result? Deja vu. It's like recognizing a song after hearing only 3 notes. Here's something surprising: young adults experience deja vu more often than older adults. People who travel frequently also report it more often. And people who get enough sleep tend to notice it more than those who are constantly exhausted. Scientists aren't completely sure why. One idea is that the younger brains are constantly building new memories and making fresh connections. That creates more opportunities for those tiny little memory hiccups. For most people, deja vu is completely harmless. It lasts only a few seconds and disappears. But in rare cases, frequent or intense episodes can be associated with certain neurological conditions, including some forms of epilepsy. That's why researchers continue studying it so closely. Understanding deja vu could teach us much more than why moments feel familiar. It could help us better understand how memory itself works. Here's my favorite part: scientists don't see deja vu as proof your brain is failing. In fact, many researchers think it's evidence that your memory system is doing an incredibly complex job. It's sorting, comparing, storing, and recognizing millions and millions of pieces of information every day. Every once in a while, it simply gets one labeled wrong. Considering how much your brain does, it's actually pretty impressive. Now I want to hear from you. What's the strongest deja vu you've ever experienced? Did it happen somewhere ordinary or during one of those moments where it made you stop and think, how is this possible? Tell me your story in the comments. I read them all. Our brains are incredible. They're also wonderfully weird, and sometimes the things that confuse us the most teach us the most about ourselves. If you enjoyed today's mystery, hit that like button, subscribe, and join me for more fascinating questions about the world and the brain that helps us understand it. Until next time, stay curious, stay awesome, and remember, Rocket's always got another story.